Good morning, my students. Today we will make a revision for Tunnels and Bridges, Unit 3. Open your box with me, page 40. Building for travel. Tunnels. First of all, we will talk about tunnels. People used to cross mountains by car or train and cross water by boat, but these journeys take time, so they make tunnels. Tunnels are quicker and better. Let's see. What is a tunnel? It is an enormous tube and it is very strong shape. When engineers build a tunnel, they make tube shape in the ground. If the tunnel is not deep, the work is easier. Now we have two methods, method 1 and method 2. What is method 1 and what is method 2? In method 1, you can see that it is called cut, dig trenches, lower tubes by cranes, and cover with earth by bulldozers. Method 2 is called cover, making walls in the ground, then the roof is made, after that dig the tunnel. But if the work is difficult, the tunnel is deep, the engineers must use other methods. They use TBMs. What is the TBM? It is a tunnel boring machine which bore into the earth and rock. It joins between England and France. One of the examples, of course. The TBM, this is the TBM. They use it to cut the tunnels, which are very deep and very difficult because they bore in rocks. Go to bridges. We have three kinds of bridges: beam bridge, arch bridge, suspension bridge. Let's go to beam bridge. In the beam bridge, we have many knots. It is the simplest bridge. One of the examples is a log across a stream. It can't cross wide rivers. Now, arch bridge. In the arch bridge, I will tell you that it supports a lot of weight. One of the examples is the 33 arches in Iran, and it is about 400 years old. Now, the suspension bridge. The suspension bridge, we can see tall towers, support cables, tall towers which support cables, and the cables are strong. All of these support the suspension bridge. The suspension bridge is designed for crossing wide rivers and sea channels. Let's go to the questions. Questions, page 42. Number 1. The longest road tunnel in the world is in Norway. True, because this caption is below the picture on page 40. Here is the caption. The longest road tunnel in the world is in Norway. It is correct. Number 2. If the tunnel is not deep, the work is more difficult. False, because if the tunnel is deep, the work is more difficult in the TBMs. The tunnel boring machine cuts 25 to 30 meters of rock each hour. Let's see the sentence. The sentence here tells us each day. Each day it can cut and clear 25 to 30 meter long length of tunnel each day. Here is the word day and here is the word hour. For that we write F for false. The Channel Tunnel joins England and Paris. No, it joins England and France. In true or false questions, you must pay attention for each word in the sentence. A long beam bridge is supported by a pier in the middle. False. It's not in the middle. It is on both endings. An arch bridge can hold up a longer bridge than a beam bridge. True. Suspension bridges are designed by engine drivers. False. By engineers, not engine drivers. And we write the answers on your box. By engineers, not by engines. Okay, a suspension bridge can cross wide rivers and sea channels. True. Let's go to this drawing in page, this diagram, let's say diagram on page 32. On page 42. This is a diagram here. These are labels. These are labels 1 and 2. Labels such as flashcards. They are cards with the names of the pictures in the diagram. This is a diagram and this is the caption. Here we call this a caption. A caption is the sentence which tells us more about the diagram. Let's go to grammar in conversation for adjectives. Here, if you describe the feeling towards something, you use ed. For people, so I told you this semester that we use ed for describing the feelings of people. ing for describing things. ing is for describing things. Are fascinating. They are fascinating. What are they? The stamps. When I mean the stamps, I use ing. When I mean people, I use ed. Adding full for the ending of some words to make adjectives. Wonder, wonderful. Care, careful. Watch, watchful. Help, helpful. Play, playful. Use, useful. An object that you use often is useful. A person, place, or thing that has beauty is beautiful. Look here. Beauty ends with Y. We change it to I, then add FUL. Then we add full. Next, a person or animal that enjoys fun and games is playful. Let's complete. A person or place or object that you think is really good is wonderful. Next, a person or animal that watches carefully is watchful. A person who helps a lot is helpful. A person who takes care in doing things is careful. Now, what is a noun? Now, open your workbooks on Unit 3, page 22. Nouns is for person, people, animal, things, or places. These words and their meanings. Strong material which is used for building is concrete. A big machine which can move earth is bulldozer. A machine which can lift heavy things is crane. Not deep is shallow. A long tube which goes through hills and under rivers is tunnel. To make something go down is lower. These are words and meanings. So, this question is English words. Next. These are the cards for this diagram. Here we have two diagrams. We must label these pictures in this diagram. Modern buildings are often made of concrete. Fred likes to paddle in the sea. This question is words and meaning. Words and meanings, okay? Next. Here we will talk about the passive. This question is passive question. The suspension bridge is made of metal. Bridges are built across rivers. Wood is used to make some bridges. Tigers are found. Here, in the exam, I will put the verbs between two brackets and you will change the verbs. I will put the verbs between brackets and you will change the verb to correct verb. Let's imagine that this word is an object. This word is an object. Let's write O for object. This suspension bridge is an object. Is a helping verb. اللي هي verb to. Helping verb which is for singular and are for plural in the present tense. Made is verb 3. Verb 3. Made is verb 3 which is called past participle. Verb 3 which is called past participle. Okay. Let's take the next one. Bridges are built across rivers. Bridges is an object. Are is a helping verb. And built is verb 3 of built. Who are bridges designed by? Bridges are designed by engineers. Who is food grown by? Food is grown by farmers. Not here we use the object at the beginning, then a helping verb, then verb 3, then the complement of the sentences. Here, Joe is very interested or interesting in computers. Joe is very interested because we describe people. Ed for people, ing for things. Molly thinks that stamp collecting is boring. Stamp collecting is boring with ing because we talk about thing. My first trip is a thing, so we use ing. Harry is people, we use ed. Our visit is ing. When the boys, ed. I am bored because I am. I'm describing my feeling. Okay. Whales and dolphins with ing. We use helpful, plus full with these adjectives to make new words. Helpful. Help is a verb. With full, it comes helpful. So we make adjectives by adding full to some verbs and words. Wonder, wonderful. Power, powerful. Beauty, beautiful. Look at beauty. We cross Y, then add I to the adjective. These are words which can be filled in the blank spaces. Next. Adding ly. Adding ly to form adverbs to answer questions with how. Careful, carefully. Beautiful, beautifully. Powerful, powerfully. Useful is usefully. Angry, angrily. We cross Y, then add I-L-Y. This is a passive question. Look here, passive. These toys is object. So we will use verbs to be, then verb 3. Here we use ing with something and we use ed with people. Next, we will open all your worksheets This is the speaking worksheet, which has the summary for the reading lesson. Look here. In this question, we will change to passive. Engineers build bridges of stone. First of all, you must divide the sentence to subject, verb, object. As I told you, we use the numbers 1, 2, 3. Let's put the numbers here. Engineers is 1, build is 2, build is 2, bridges is 3. Now we change it to 3, 2, 1. 1 is subject. 2 is verb. 3 is object. Now let's change it. Bridges. Bridges is plural, so we use are. Bridges are. Build is built. Verb 3, built. So we change the numbers. Now we will take number 3 to the object comes at the beginning. Number 2 comes in the middle, and the subject comes at the end. And we add some words, and here we add verb to be. Wait a moment until I write the verb to be. I may use as, I may use are according to the object. If it is singular, we use as, and if it is plural, we use are. Okay. Here is the object at the beginning, is or are in the middle, verb 3, which is past participle. We need to study them by heart, and at the end the subject. Bridges comes at the beginning. Are because bridges is plural. Built is verb 3. At the end we add by before the subject. What is the subject? The subject is engineers. The subject is engineers. Okay. And all of these are the same. Next. Cake is made by mom. Corn is planted by farmers. Books are published by writers. A beautiful fish is seen by divers. Okay. Let's go to the verbs. These are the verbs. These are very important, and you must learn them by heart for the exam. You must learn them dictation and learn them very well. Make is made, made. Take, took, taken. Sell, sold, sold. Build, built, built. Grow, grew, grown. Teach, taught, taught. Find, found, found. Help, helped, helped. Pick, picked, picked. Use, used, used. Design, designed, designed. Pull, pulled, and pulled. Here we explain all about the passive. Here are the words and their meanings. Bulldozer, a big machine which can move earth. Crane, a machine which can lift heavy things. Tunnel is a long tube. Lower, to make something go down. Lower is to make something go down. Concrete is strong material for building. Shallow is not deep. I have explained all of these for you. Thank you for listening, and please study well for your exam. I will tell you that you must learn by heart all the verbs in worksheet 3 and worksheet 4. The verbs are very important for the exam. Thank you for listening.